Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the trailer for New Kaineng City to watch. So let's get started, live react, and then I'll talk a little bit about what we saw. Everyone, we're here on the official YouTube channel for Guild Wars 2 and let's watch New Kaineng City. Modern. Fancy. Let's go. I mean, that shot. So good. Lovely headpiece. The whale. The mechanist mech is right there, but the whale. Was that a new rifle? It's so reminiscent of Factions. It's so... Ooh, a little bit of the zip line. Cool stuff. We're gonna be fighting some mechs. It seems. Not surprising. Probably some ritualists, like a ritualist staff. Of course, this is faction, so we gotta be in that ritualist era. All right, everyone. So that was the trailer for Guild Wars 2 New Kaineng City, or and Dragons New Kaineng City. Honestly, super beautiful, super modern. Still holds that kind of aura of what Factions was in Guild Wars 1 and of course Kaineng. And it is just really beautiful. Seeing a city in Guild Wars 2 is a little strange because I feel like so many of the maps are very open world. They're very vast, expansive fields or caves and dungeons of the sort. So having a map that appears to be very centric around a whole city is going to feel very strange, but not in a bad way, just a bit different. But I'm excited to see how it is pulled off and if it feels good, if it feels great. But in terms of the shots here for this trailer, I mean, a lot of these environment trailers are kind of just showcasing the map, so there's not like a whole lot to dissect and dive into. But if we kind of go and I'll pick out a couple screenshots. I mean, the very first one that we actually get for the trailer definitely sets the tone of the city, and having some windows and, you know, the housing areas with the neon holographic lights and a very futuristic feel to Cantha. And it looks like it could be a really bustling town, and I hope that it almost is a capital city of sorts for players, and I hope that it has a lot of nuance to it where you can kind of spend time in New Kaineng City. But you kind of have to balance. Is it going to be a capital city with a lot of features for players, or is it going to be a gameplay focused area? So it's a little bit of a toss-up, but I'm really interested to see how it pans out. Of course, we get some of these like walkways and these pathways with this like almost holographic techie walls. I'm not really sure what to make of this. They just look really futuristic and cool. Of course, we have to incorporate the skiffs a little bit. And then we can also see on the rafters, I don't say rafters, but on the edges of the walls of the buildings, there are the zip lines. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We have a little bit of a stand, a little bit of a side kiosk area with the jade orbs in the background, and I'm pretty sure that those jade bauble orb construct things will be something that we have to interact with to either summon or trigger our jade bots, but they look pretty good. It also seems to be some royal areas with, of course, the whale, a lab of sorts. There seems... Ooh, also, I wanted to mention, I think there's a little peep of a rifle skin that we haven't seen before, these jade rifles. I wonder if that's going to be an entire weapon set. I hope so, or at least if it's just a one-off skin. That's a nice rifle. Sadly, none of the elite specs for End of Dragons got rifle, but hey, that's a pretty ornate skin. So I hope we get to be able to get that. There's seems to be some interactable objects. I don't even know where I'm oriented in a lot of these trailers because it's so quick and fast, and it's been 250 years that everything looks so different. And I recently just played Factions, so I'm like, that looks to be kind of the royal area, but everything else is a little bit of a guess. We have the little quadrupedal one and some more lab stuff, and then we also get a little screenshot, or a little snippet, I should say, of the newscast, the news, the teleprompt individual who's speaking of what's happening in Cantha, which I think will be a really interesting lore device. This might be akin to Verdant Brink. It seems like the lights flickered and went out. I'm not sure if that's nighttime, but maybe depending on the time of day, we'll see meta events start triggering and events start happening. So that could be a possibility. I did want to talk about this one screenshot, discover the truth and survive, of this area. I was under the impression that this was Echovald Wilds, but it's in the New Kaineng trailer. So this is probably in New Kaineng. So like, I don't remember a lot of trees in Kaineng City. So I'm guessing, is this like expanding all the way to the area of Echovald Wilds? Maybe this is the border of New Kaineng City where we actually go through the portal to get into the next map of Echovald Wilds. But I was totally mistaken. I had mentioned, and I think in some live streams or in some podcasts, that like this area, when I believed was Echovald Wilds, wasn't really giving me that sense of verticality or tall trees. It looked like the trees were chopped off at the half, and I was like, is this Echovald Wilds? I hope this isn't the entire map, but this is probably New Kaineng City, so that's nice to see. And you know, feels fun to be proven wrong sometimes. And then we just got some shots of people fighting some of the Jade Golems and mechs, which will probably go a little haywire here and there, or be used by the Jade Brotherhood to be corrupted. I did notice that some of the mechs are green, like solid green, but then others have like this black gray energy matter kind of swirling around them. So maybe there's a storyline with the Dragon Jade magic and the Dragon Jade energy being controlled by someone, and the constructs go a little bit rogue and we have to fight them. But overall, this trailer was a really nice display of New Kaineng City. We already got a little bit of hints for the snippets here and there in the gameplay feature trailer, which was nice. And that statement piece, the giant jade obelisk, is so nice. But everyone, that is the trailer for New Kaineng City. Comment below what you thought. We've already seen a couple of these snippets, but is there anything else that caught your eye? Little bits here and there caught my eye, definitely. But comment below, subscribe for more GW2 videos, and to stay up to date, you know, share if you want to. If you want to support the channel more directly, we have a Patreon. We got early access to videos, exclusive videos, and hopefully some interviews. If you would also like to pre-order End of Dragons, I have links down below. Thank you so much, Renette, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.